I'll be explaining the Hindu editorial virulence and variance. Policymakers have little option but to renew economic activities after rapid vaccination. So the policymakers of India, they are not left with much choice but to renew um, the economic activities, especially after the vaccination program which India has gone through. The IMF's latest update to the world's economic outlook spotlights the starkly widening variance in the global recovery from the economic strains caused by the pandemic. So the IMF, or the International Monetary of Funds, its latest update to the world is that to the world's economy is that the economy of the world on an average has seen a great recovery, and the primary fault line precipitating the divergence of the world's economies into two blocks, those that are normalizing activities from the COVID 19 induced curves and those that are still struggling, is vaccine access and the pace of the vaccination coverage. So currently, according to IMF, the world's economy, or the people in the world, can be divided into two blocks. One of them is the economy, or the people who are getting back to their normal life, who are getting back to their normal trend. And the second block is that the people or the economy which is still struggling to come back to normal. It's not yet in normal, but it may going to be. Now, these economies or these people can be judged by these two factors: the vaccine access and the vaccine coverage in their area. So, suppose if the vaccine access and the coverage of the vaccine in their area or country is high, the number of people who are going back to the number of people or the economy going back to its initial stage of its normal, that percentage may be high. Or if not, if the vaccine access and the vaccine coverage is less, then they would be still struggling. 3 months since its April forecast, the IMF projects the global economy to expand at an unchanged pace of 6% this year. So, according to IMF, according to its initial forecast, or its initial prediction in April, according to its initial prediction in April, the economy of the world's economy will be increasing on an average of 6%. But it sees that the world's advanced economies are registering faster growth than its forecast earlier, while emerging markets and developing economies are expected to post appreciably at slower recoveries. But um, the IMF had made some predictions in April, but in reality, the the advancing economies, or for example, the economy of a bigger company, um, they are uh, they are growing faster when compared to the economy of a smaller company. The IMF projects advanced economies to grow by 5.6% in 2021, that is 0.5 percentage point quicker than the forecast in April. So the bigger companies, their current growth rate is 5.6%. That is in 2001 currently, and this 5.6% is actually 0.5% lesser than what has been estimated. Undergetting this anticipated acceleration, the US economy is seen expanding by 7%, 0.6 percentage point upgrade, on the back of an expensive vaccine rollout that has helped enable substantial normalization in activity. And so, in the case of US, um, the global economy has the economy of US has seen a growth rate of 7% this year, and that is 0.6% greater than its prediction given in April by the IMF. And coming to the case of the smaller companies or the emerging markets, their economy it has been they ha- their economies have been expanding at a growth rate of 6.3%, and this 6.3% is 0.4% slower than what has been forecasted or predicted in April by the IMF. India is seen as the largest drag, with the fund cutting its growth forecast for the South Asia's largest economy by 3 percentage points to 9.5%. So, um, in case of India, out of all South Asian countries, India is going the slowest with the vaccination program. citing the impact of severe second wave and expected slow recovery in the confidence as a reason for its downgrade. The IMF has warned that countries lagging vaccination, such as India and Indonesia, would suffer from the most G20 economies in the event of the emergence of a super contagious virus variant. So, IMF has said that if countries go with the vaccination as low as the countries like India and Indonesia go, then they will be suffering a huge inflammation or a huge economic problem. With just a little over 7% of the population fully vaccinated, India significantly lags the estimated global average of almost 14%, Brazil's 18%, and is way behind the 50% and the 55% coverage achieved in the US and the UK, respectively. So, out of India's entire population, only a little bit greater than 7% of its entire population is vaccinated, and the global average of the vaccination is 14%. In Brazil, it's 18%. In UK and US, it's about 50 to 55%. The fund was effusive in its praise for India's decisive action in January, when it forecast 11.5% growth for the fiscal year ending in March 2022, before raising that projection to 12.5% in April after the economy appeared to rebound well in the January-March quarter. So, according to the IMF's initial forecast in April, in this fiscal year, that is from March 2021 to March 2022, the what IMF believed to be the growth rate was 11.5%. But the reality is that the growth rate is at 12.5%, which is really a great news. The increase was about by almost 1%. That it has now downgraded its look so substantially reflects the extent to which the second wave has severely impaired the momentum. But the 12.5% growth rate which we had is obviously something which we don't have now, and this is because of the second wave of the pandemic. So we can just imagine what the pandemic second wave has done to us and how severe the pandemic second wave was. Um, India's policymakers have little option but to hasten the vaccine rollout on a war footing. Failure to expedite the coverage could cost the country dearly. So India's policymakers have no option but to increase or to speed up the process of the vaccination in India. If they don't, the inflation in the economy, which is seen currently in India, will be much greater and will be suffering a much greater loss. So, what the author is basically trying to say is that India should fasten or it should speed up its vaccination program. Thank you.